Welcome to the ultimate Mercari Masterclass, guys. I want to give you a quick overview of the structure of this course so you know exactly what you'll be taught and in what specific order, okay? Now, I know that if you take all this stuff and you implement it, you can not only turn Mercari into a little side business, right? Where you're making, a couple hundred or a couple grand every single month just flipping products back on Mercari, and you can scale this all the way up to however much you want, depending, and you'll see this in future lectures, depending on how much money you initially have to invest, how much time you want to put into it. So you can do it, part-time a little bit, or you can scale it all the way up to a full-time business. The choice is yours. I'm going to give you the tools to do so. So obviously we're talking right now in the course welcome and overview. Next, we're going to cover the Mercari platform overview. So I'll cover both, how it actually is set up, what it is, and how you can utilize it to resell stuff online. Then we'll talk about how fast my Mercari store has grown, because believe it or not, this is actually the second version of this course, so it's relaunching. So this will have, older structured lectures from when I literally just started Mercari to all the way now where I have over 250 reviews. I'm selling very, very well. I have a great store, and I've built trust and a community around my store. So I'll teach you how to pretty much scale it up. And obviously, maybe I'll update this in a couple months and I'll have, 1,000 reviews and a bunch more sales. So a lot of great stuff to come, but I'll cover that so that inspires you to, hey, yeah, you might just be starting out, but success might be just around the corner with a little bit of consistent hard work, okay? Then I'll cover why you want to sell on Mercari versus other e-commerce marketplaces. I personally sell on a lot of e-commerce marketplaces. I sell on Amazon, I sell on eBay, I sell on Poshmark, and I sell on Mercari, right? And some other little ones miscellaneously here and there that I'm testing out, right? But I want to teach, talk about specifically why I like Mercari a lot and why I think it's a great opportunity and why you definitely want to add it to your arsenal. I'm not necessarily saying in this lecture, only sell on Mercari and no other marketplaces, but I'm just telling you the benefits of the Mercari marketplace that others may or may not have, okay? We'll cover that in that lecture. Then I'll cover the differences between the app and the website. So obviously you can source, right from the app if I pull it up here, or you can basically list stuff. So I'll list a lot of stuff online because I'm taking a lot of Amazon listings and putting them on Mercari, and I'll show you how to do that as well. I'm getting cheap products or free products from Amazon. Then once they come to me, I'm listing them back online. Or you can just hop over to the app and list them on the app as well. They both work very, very easily and very good. So I'll cover the differences and nuances between that so that you understand what might be better for you and easier to use in your specific situation. Then I'll cover my experience originally with the platform. So this is an older lecture from version 1, from version 1. So the great part about this is you get to see the journey, right? So you'll see where I am currently in lecture 2 and, as I'm scaling up continuously, and you'll also see where I started. So you'll see how fast I grew that and how quickly you can expect to do, similar results and similar sales, okay? And then we're going to talk about the importance of free shipping, because offering free shipping, in my opinion, no matter the platform, is super, super crucial. I'll cover that in that lecture. I'll also talk about where to get free and cheap items to resell. Then I'll cover an entire other lecture of where you can get more free and cheap items to resell. So you can get very, very cheap items for pennies on the dollar, or you can also get free, yes, free, practically unlimited free products, which you can then resell back on Mercari. You do need, depending on the websites, and I'll cover them in those specific lectures, you do need to spend a little money to get the PayPal refunds back to get your free items. And, you do need to spend a little money to potentially get other, on the sourcing sites, on the coupon sites. But that said, there's a lot of money to be made if you're willing to do so. And you can even start, if you want to, with just like things around the house to kind of get an initial feel for it and get some sales rolling so it inspires you that, hey, you see that this works. Now it's time to scale it up and make some money. Okay, so we'll cover that in that actual specific lecture. Okay, so once we cover those, where to actually source free and cheap products, then we're going to move on to an example listing and things to keep in mind when you actually do run through your listings. Then we'll talk about promoting in the next 2 lectures, because promoting is a big thing. It's something I literally have a habit of now. Every single morning I get up and I promote some listings, because you're limited to, you can promote to likers, and I'll cover this in this lecture. You can promote to likers unlimitedly, or you can promote 10 of your listings a day. So promotions, by pricing high initially, something else we'll talk about, and then promoting it, so like slowly dropping it down and promoting it, you'll make a lot more sales than if you just list stuff and don't promote, and expect that people are just going to find it, right? It doesn't really work that way. So on Mercari, you want to promote, and I'll talk a lot about that in those lectures. Then we'll talk about offering more listing value than your competitors, which is something that is super overlooked in my opinion on e-commerce. People always want to give you an example, right? Drop shipping is a perfect example of this, right? People want to list something from one marketplace that's like super cheap and list it on another marketplace for higher and make the difference in profit. That's drop shipping, right? Or anything like that. But that's the wrong mindset in my opinion to have, because you're looking for a shortcut, and that's not going to last very long. So instead of looking for like a shortcut or a way to game the system, what you should be doing is looking for ways where you can offer more listing value or value in general than your competitors. And by offering more value, you will not just win for a little bit, like hence the drop shipping, right? You won't just win for a little bit, but you'll win long term, and that's the goal, right? Consistency, long-term sales, and long-term value, and then put your competitors out of business, regardless of the business model, obviously. We'll talk about how to get the verification badge and the importance of that on your account. We'll also talk about how to do product research. So it's not really relevant if you're just getting cashback products for free, because they're free and you're going to make 100% profit margin. But if you should, for whatever reason, if you're going out and sourcing, or you're looking for different opportunities and you want to do some product research, I'll cover my knowledge on how to do product research on Mercari. Then I'll talk about, and this is super important, the best and the cheapest shipping practices for Mercari, because one of the things that we're going to talk about initially is why you should offer free shipping on Mercari. You don't have to take that advice, so you can charge the buyer to do that. That said, in my opinion, if you offer free shipping, it's going to increase your sales, and if you don't offer free shipping, it's going to decrease your sales. So with that being said, if you want your sales to increase, you need to, by offering free shipping, you do need to understand how to cheaply ship your items the best, and we'll cover that in that lecture. Then we'll talk about the difference between ranking your account initially, getting that initial social proof and kind of getting the reviews and all that other good stuff, versus selling items in the future for a profit. There's two approaches, and we'll kind of mesh them together the best for you. We'll also talk about listing and relisting items for more sales if things aren't selling. And then we'll talk finally about the SEO potential in your listings so that you can use SEO to increase your sales before we wrap up the course. So that's the course overview in its entirety. I hope you're excited to get into it. I'm excited to bring it to you. Let's jump into it.